Hey guys, welcome back to the video. Today I have the 2023 Chevy Tahoe Z71 and man, these things look nice. So if you guys follow me here on the channel, you know I recently posted a video of the 23 Chevy Suburban Premier. So if you're interested in the Suburban, make sure to check that video out. But today we're going to be taking a look at the Tahoe in a different trim level, the Z71. Now the Z71 package is meant to be a little bit more off-road capable than the regular Tahoe, although in its four-wheel drive form, the regular Tahoe is plenty capable. But the Z71 package also gives you some exterior and cosmetic differences as well. Now if you guys are interested in all the 2023 model year changes, I have a dedicated video just for that here on the channel. So make sure to check that out. I'll go ahead and throw a card up in the corner if you're interested. But without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at this 2023 Chevy Tahoe Z71 and see what you get you for just under $70,000. Now the Tahoe in front of us is the dark ash metallic exterior color with the Gideon / very dark atmosphere interior color. So this is the lighter color interior. I know it's cloudy today, so you can't really see the metallic in the paint, but this is a very unique color. It's kind of a dark gray with a blue accent or blue hue to it. Up front of the Z71 Tahoe, you get the black accented grille, black bow ties with the black lower bumper. LED reflector headlights with LED turn signals and LED daytime running lights are standard. At the bottom of the bumper, you find your red recovery tow hooks, of course, to signify that this is a Z71 with the silver accented skid plate. You have front parking sensors, along with aerodynamics to help with fuel efficiency on the corners. Coming to your wheels and tires, these are your 20-inch dark gray / machine finish alloy wheels. They're 275/60 Goodyear Wrangler Trail Runner AT all-terrain tires. They are a mildly aggressive all-terrain. Obviously, they aren't the most aggressive out there, but they definitely are a step up over the regular Tahoe if you plan to take this off-road. Z71 badges on the tops of the front fenders. Body color mirror caps with the gloss black accents on the bottoms. You have black Tahoe badges around the entire vehicle to signify, again, it's Z71. And these side steps do come as part of this trim level, and they are dealer installed accessories, but they do come with the Z71. Blind spot indication is optional. Proximity entry on all four door handles with more gloss black trim around the entire windows and the roof rails up there. Overall, this trim does provide a nice contrast if you get a lighter paint color with it. So this one is a darker one. If you get the Tahoe in black, then it will be obviously a full blacked out look. But coming to the rear, you have your partial LED taillights with incandescent turn signals and reverse bulbs. Parking sensors, you have more gloss black accents on the lower bumper as well as your rear bumper applique. Rear backup camera, black bow ties, of course. Personally, I think I would get a Z71 in a higher contrast color, so a lighter white, silver, even the Empire State Beige like I showed in the Suburban video. I think that color looks very nice. But even here in a darker exterior color, it looks overall very nice and it provides a good contrast, especially when the sun's out. But stepping on inside the vehicle, we'll find the lighter color interior option for this particular Tahoe. So the door panel is going to have soft touch materials throughout with some wood accented trim. Power windows, mirrors, locks with two-person memory seating. Silver accented door handle pull. Still have the Chevrolet door sill plate. Power driver's seat with two-way power lumbar. And this is your lighter color leather like I've mentioned. Go ahead and start it up. You're immediately greeted with the same digital gauge cluster that I showed in the Suburban video. I believe this was added for the 2022 model year. But overall, it's very user customizable, has good colors, has higher resolution, and is really a nice upgrade over the original 2021 Tahoes. Leather wrapped steering wheel with your cruise control on the left as well as your collision gap assist function. On the right side, you have your voice command controls, your phone, Bluetooth controls, as well as the buttons to control that digital gauge cluster. Like I said, ton of menu options, fully customizable. Even has some off-road options here in the Z71 trim. Regular wipers and your high beams on the left side. The left side of the steering wheel has a ton of buttons and controls. So you have your electronic parking brake, lane keeping assist, parking sensors, the stop start for the engine on off, traction control, hill descent control. Four-wheel drives with your mode selection, so you can turn this toggle. You have tow haul, off-road, sport, and normal. Automatic headlights, as well as your gauge dimming. Coming over to the infotainment system, this is your refresh for the 2022 model year infotainment system. So this is the one with Google integration. So you have Google Maps built into the head unit, wireless Android Auto, wireless Apple CarPlay, the Google Play Store for certain apps you can download. Overall, I really do enjoy using the GM infotainment systems, especially this updated one, and is very user intuitive in my opinion, but has XM, FM, AM, Bluetooth, USB, all of the normal stuff. Push-pull gear selection with your low range just below that. Cubby on the right side of the dash, not exactly sure what that's used for. Dual zone automatic climate control up front with a single zone automatic in the rear. Heated front seats. USB-A, USB-C ports, wireless charging pad, 12-volt outlet down there as well. Here's your proximity key fob for this generation Tahoe. Typical GM anymore. Remote start on the fob as well as your power lift gate and everything like that. Nice padding here on the center of the console as well as the armrest. 2 more USB ports in there and lots of storage space. Coming up top, you do have the dark headliner that kind of matches the brown on the rest of the interior. There's some of your LED lighting, auto dimming rear view mirror, OnStar, more LED lighting, garage home link, as well as your power lift gate, which is programmable. Go ahead and take a look at the back seat. All the materials are going to follow through on the door panel, so you have soft touch up here. Rear lock and unlock buttons, that is something I mentioned in the Suburban video, which I think is pretty unique. And it is worth mentioning in this point in the video that this Z71 has 2 options in particular, and that's it. And those are the rear seat media system as well as the bucket seats. So that's the 2 options that this particular vehicle has. So this is a 7-passenger configuration. You have your seat adjustments on the sides of both seats. Armrests, as you can see. No power release on this version of the Tahoe, but that is available. There's your large dual 12-inch screens. Automatic rear zone climate control, like I mentioned, with USB-C charging ports, HDMI inputs for those 12-inch screens, and then you have a 120 outlet at the bottom. Some more lighting and AC vents on the roof. And there's your third row here in the Tahoe. Overall, it's very roomy for this generation. And that is one of the big changes they made for this generation, was make the overall size bigger, so you got more rear cargo room as well as third seat room. 2 cup holders, you can see. USB-C charging ports in the third row. More vents and lighting. But yeah, overall, a very nice place to spend time. You can see I have enough legroom even where the seat is adjusted. And the second row passenger has plenty of space as well. So yeah, if you have a large family or need a lot of space, this is definitely why the Tahoe and Suburbans are so popular. It's because they provide all this room. Go ahead and look at the cargo space behind the third row seats. Power lift gate. And here is where the Tahoe and Suburban start to differentiate one another. As you can see, there's still plenty of room behind the third row. But as you saw in my Suburban video, there was a massive amount of room. So this is kind of where they start to separate each other. You have another 120 volt outlet in the back, which I definitely like. I think that's nice to have 2 of those in this vehicle. But there's still a good amount of storage beneath the floor, as you can see. Not too deep, but overall very wide is the amount of space that it gives you. We'll finish it up here on the passenger front seat. So you do have a power passenger seat with the same 2-way power lumbar. You can see your nice dashboard stitching here. Damped glove box, no interior lighting. Yeah, overall very nice interior on all Tahoes and Suburbans, no matter what trim you get, but especially as you go up the lineup. So we'll go ahead and take a look under the hood, see what powers this Tahoe, and we'll wrap up this video. So under the hood of this particular Tahoe, you'll find the 5.3 liter naturally aspirated V8 paired to the 10-speed traditional automatic transmission. Now this engine puts out 355 horsepower and 383 pound-feet of torque through all four wheels here on the Z71 trim. So this is only a four-wheel drive trim, but you can get other trims of the Tahoe in only rear-wheel drive. Now this is the base powertrain found in the Chevy Tahoe, but I think a lot of people have started to gravitate towards that 3-liter inline-six turbo diesel because of its smoothness as well as its fuel economy and overall output and power as well. So that's going to wrap up this video on the 2023 Chevy Tahoe Z71. If you guys have any questions or comments on this particular vehicle or anything else in the Tahoe lineup, or just want to say something about the channel, feel free to leave a comment down in the comment section below and I'll definitely get back to you. And if you guys found this video helpful or just enjoyed watching it, please hit that like button below. It greatly helps out these videos in the channel. Now overall, I think the Tahoes and Suburbans in the Z71 trim is very nice. I would definitely opt for this package if you plan to do any sort of off-roading in this vehicle at all. Now a lot of people that buy the Z71 never do any off-roading, but it's definitely very capable. The upgrade in the tires and stuff is very nice, even in the winter time. So just keep that in mind if you plan to do, I guess, any sort of all-terrain driving, that the Z71 definitely gives you a little bit more benefit over the regular Tahoes. Now, like I mentioned, it's entering its third model year, so it's definitely been around for a little bit of time and it's showing its age a little bit. So that's why I'm expecting a refresh in the next year or two. Now, what GM does for the refresh, I'm not exactly sure. Obviously, they don't want to drastically change anything because it's selling very well. It's still a very popular vehicle, but they definitely will probably update some of the interior materials, make the exterior refresh just a little bit different, to freshen up the design a little bit. But overall, like I said, it's still a very nice vehicle. And if I was in this space or shopping for a vehicle of this size, it's definitely one I would consider. And if you guys are new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button and check out some of their content available. Like I said, I have a video on the 2023 Suburban with the diesel. So if you guys are interested in that, make sure to check that out. I have a bunch of other makes and models as well. So we got you covered. If you like automotive content, I'm sure there's something you'll like on there. So once again, hopefully you guys enjoy this video. And as always, hope to see you guys in the next one.